Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to live in Southeast Asia or to travel in Southeast Asia for $10 or less in a day. Super easy. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the hostel that we're staying at. So typically, if you're traveling on your own, you would always stay in a hostel because it's if budget or money is your main concern, because it's the cheapest by far. This hostel that I'm about to show you now is in Vang Vieng in Laos, towards the north of Laos. This hostel is 18,000 kip a night, which is about $1.80, £1.50 for me, and it's super cheap. I'll just show you now. Look at the garden. They've even got a swimming pool free to use. Awesome. You've got all these like aerial roots dangling from the trees in the garden. They just glisten in the sun. It doesn't pick it up on the camera so much, but they glisten like gold and purple. I'll just show you the rest of the garden. Super sick. It's like bare banana trees, papaya trees. Got a pool area. And opposite the pool area is this view. Limestone mountains, rice paddies. You just have like this deck in here and a hostel dog. Hello. Hello. A grumpy hostel dog. But yeah, you just have this deck in here and all these deck chairs, and you can just lay down or sit down. Oh! It broke. Yeah, you can just sit down, enjoy a beer. And the sun sets over there as well. In Southeast Asia, there's a lot of underground cannabis culture. There are a lot of people that travel around Southeast Asia and smoke cannabis. One way to know if a hostel is a safe place to do it is to look around, and if it's a safe place to do it, they'll usually have a weed plant growing or two. Here they've got 8, it's just there, and it's usually a sign saying, yeah, it's okay. However, I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest with you, because particularly here in Vang Vieng, for example, where I am now, it's actually famous for police setups. Drug dealers or tuk-tuk drivers, people walking the street will come up to you, sell you some weed. You'll think, oh great, that's really cheap. Walk down the road for 30 seconds and you'll get arrested by the police officers. If you don't give them $2,000, or if you can't haggle them down if you're not good at that, or if you're rude to them, you could even end up in prison. And Laos prison is shocking. It's super bad. You don't really get any food. There's no bed or anything. You sleep on the floor. There's a bucket for a toilet. You can't speak the language. And there's a bunch of loud gangsters in there, a bunch of hard people. Don't do it. Yeah, there's 2 toilets. One toilet's not open. Well, it's not working. Western toilet. Yeah, it wasn't flushing yesterday, but now it is. Bum gun doesn't work though. That's a big problem. This hostel just has loads of hammocks. It doesn't even have any beds. It's quite cool though. This is where we are, me, Molly and Dan. Yeah, super cheap, but the problem is, this is literally all you get. You don't get a blanket or anything like that, so it's a little bit cool. But also, it's just super uncomfortable. I didn't really sleep last night at all. I don't know. I think it's okay if you can stay here for a few days, but I definitely wouldn't stay here for more than 3 days sleeping like this. Sleep well? What about you, Molly?
Yeah. Well is not the correct word.
It was terrible. So this hostel has 3 bikes that we can use. which is really cool. It saves us lots of money. We don't have to pay any tuk-tuk drivers. It saves us lots of time walking around. It means we can see a lot more things. Lots of hostels in Southeast Asia have perks of their own. They don't always have free bikes like this or a free pool, but quite often they'll have many other free things. But this hostel is a bike, so we're going to use it today. But I've been told that most of them are pretty crap. In fact, this one doesn't even have a pedal on it. So yeah, you get what you pay for in Southeast Asia sometimes. What number is that?
Number 1.
Oh, I had some inside information that number 1 was the best.
I've heard number 6. Where's that?
Number 6. You can take number 6, done. I'll take number 2.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Dune's going. Yeah, the gears don't really work either on the bike so well, but no problem, no worries. It's free. I'm British. British people love free stuff. No problem.
Can you stop filming?
Wow, that's a very interesting technique. Try to film and ride a bike at the same time is hard. Yeah, so we're just heading to the morning market now. The best place to go to for cheap food in Southeast Asia is always the markets. It's about well, not even a kilometre. It's awesome. The whole town is just surrounded by these massive limestone mountains. You can't really see so much because the buildings are in the way, but they're everywhere, 360. Oh, sorry. She tried to cut me up. So I think this is the morning market. In Asia, there's people waiting outside the markets that literally take like 2,000 or 3,000 kits, like 20-30 cents, and they look after your motorbike. Okay, Molly and Dan think it's going to be alright just to leave the bikes over here. So, we're going to do that. I guess it saves us some money as well, save us 30 cents each. This is what a morning market looks like in Laos. Sell all sorts, mostly fresh food. Lots of like little, yeah, they'll sell like donuts and Lao donuts. Tao Dai. So this is Nung Pancake, which is about 10 cents. So you can fill yourself up on it. You can get 10 of these and fill yourself up on that, and that's a meal. And that's just $1.
It's not really a meal, is it?
Well, no, it's not a very good meal. You got banana flour here. Really nice. They make banana flour salad. All kinds of herbs. I don't know the names of any of them. There's a lemongrass there. Sabadi Ao Nung Cafe. Tao Dai. Sip Pan. Ha Pan. Ha Pan Bo. Doi. Kop Chai. What just happened there is I asked how much it was and she gave me the tourist price. If you don't mind paying the tourist price, then you can do that. If you just ask politely, you know, how Pambor for 5,000 we do, and sometimes they say yeah. In this instance, she did, so I halved my cost. Cup chai. So that's about 50 cents for a nice coffee the size of my head, well, bigger than my head. So the trick in Southeast Asia to find a cheap restaurant is to find one with plastic chairs, little plastic chairs. Whenever you're traveling in a country, I would always recommend learning just a little bit of the language, because that way you can get things a lot cheaper. She just said it was Salpan, which is 20,000 or $2 each for some egg fried rice. I asked her. I didn't even have to really haggle again. I just asked her, would you do it for 10,000 if there's 3 of us? So she said yeah.
No meat, you
No meat, yeah. Okay. Nice big portion as well, but fill us up for the day. The day of cycling ahead. The day of free cycling ahead. We're just gonna cycle back to the hostel and chill out for a bit. Maybe swim in the free pool. Yeah, we were cycling up the road and then we were like, where's Dan? We've completely lost Dan. We cycled another 500 metres down the road and Dan didn't get anywhere. What happened, Dan? What is it? Does it go? Oh, the wheels come off. Yeah, that's buggered. Well, that's one disadvantage of using free bikes, I suppose. So we've found a mechanic, and this mechanic actually has the exact part that we need, like a brand new part anyway. Yeah, I think the bearing's gone. But I think that might have been before, which is why it was snapped, because it can move around a bit. We're back at the hostel now. We got the bike fixed eventually. There it is. There she is. But yeah, I was planning on going out and doing a little bit of a bike tour, a little free bike tour, because there's lots to see around here. But it's really hot. I'm just gonna jump in the pool, I think. Okay, so that's a morning with me today in Laos. It's really hot, so I need to go for a swim. One more little tip. This is one way to save money on washing.
Oh, it's cold.